Welcome to So Ama Media. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like what you see. Thank you and much love.
Before we begin, take a moment to like this video, share it, and subscribe to the channel. This series explores the Gospels and apocalyptic texts that were excluded from the Bible, not to shock or replace belief, but to understand how early Christianity once imagined justice, punishment, and compassion very differently. Today's text is one of the most controversial of all, the Apocalypse of Peter. This text nearly made it into the New Testament. Early Christian communities read it widely. Church leaders debated it seriously. And then, quietly, it disappeared. The reason is simple: it did not support eternal punishment. In the Apocalypse of Peter, Peter is given a vision of the afterlife. He sees realms of suffering, yes, but these punishments are not described as endless torture for the sake of cruelty. They are corrective, revealing, and most importantly, temporary. Suffering in this text functions more like consequence than condemnation. Those who cause harm experience the results of their actions in mirrored form. The vision exposes injustice, hypocrisy, and abuse of power, especially among religious leaders who misused authority while claiming holiness. But here is the part that later Christianity could not accept. Peter witnesses the suffering and becomes disturbed. He does something radical. He asks for mercy. And God listens. In some versions of the text, the righteous pray for those in torment. And their prayers are answered. Punishment does not last forever. Compassion interrupts judgment. This creates a theological earthquake. If punishment is temporary, fear loses its grip. If mercy overrides justice, control weakens. If salvation includes restoration instead of eternal separation, then hell stops being a threat and becomes a process. From a psychological perspective, this version of the afterlife treats wrongdoing as something that can be understood, confronted, and healed, not endlessly punished. It assumes transformation is possible, even after death. This directly contradicts the later doctrine of eternal hell, which became central to church authority. Fear works best when consequences are infinite. Obedience is easier to demand when escape is impossible. Historically, as Christianity aligned with empire and law, it needed a system of absolute reward and absolute punishment. A temporary hell undermined that structure. So the Apocalypse of Peter was excluded. Not because it denied justice, but because it limited cruelty. What makes this text powerful today is not whether one believes in its vision literally, but what it reveals about early Christian imagination. There was a time when mercy was stronger than fear. When punishment was seen as corrective, not sadistic. And when compassion was considered a divine force powerful enough to change outcomes. The Apocalypse of Peter reminds us that the version of hell many people fear today was not inevitable. It was chosen. And that choice tells us a lot about power.
Till the next video.